Now, the Law Society of Kenya has called for nationwide peaceful mass demonstrations against President William Ruto and his attacks on the judiciary. LSK President Theuri says the president's attacks on the justice system, if allowed to continue, will slide the country into unprecedented anarchy. Stephen Leto reports.
President William Ruto's remarks have rattled players in the justice system who have come out to take him on. The Law Society of Kenya says the president's attack on the judiciary are taking Kenyans towards a dangerous legal cliff that threatens to topple the rule of law.
The president, therefore, as the foremost custodian of the rule of law, should refrain from undermining the judiciary and instead utilize legal avenues at his disposal to challenge decisions that he finds aggrieving.
Lawyers and advocates' umbrella body lashed out at the president, accusing him of praising the courts when they favor him and condemning the same courts when they rule against his successors.
That before an hyena feeds on its cub, it starts accusing them of smelling like goats. And that is what we are saying, that roadside declarations of allegations of corruptions against judges is not something that the head of state should engage in.
LSK reminded the head of state that there exist legal mechanisms through the Judicial Service Commission to investigate and make proper recommendations on rogue judicial officers. LSK has called for nationwide mass demonstrations for the entire next week to condemn the president.
The Law Society would be organizing a countrywide peaceful demonstrations where we will read and affirm the oath that each and every one of the advocates of the High Court of Kenya took.
We therefore are calling upon all members of the Law Society of Kenya to don purple ribbons throughout the coming week.
The Kenya Human Rights Commission has also voiced its displeasure against the president's remarks, observing that they were meant to intimidate the judicial officers and are a recipe for trouble.
So really, if a president makes such statements, then probably the judiciary might end up getting intimidated by such statements. But we expect the judiciary to be independent.
The International Commission of Jurists termed the president's remarks a sign of a growing bad blood between the executive and the judiciary, accusing the former of sinister intentions.
We have to obey judicial orders, and so when the president says that projects will continue regardless, it means that now we are moving outside the constitution into another realm that will bring anarchy.
A majority of judicial actors have indicated support for LSK's push for a mass demos to present petitions to the office of the Attorney General. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.